Good day, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Zoe. I share tips and advice for business owners, especially those in the wedding industry. Today, I want to talk about something I wish I knew when I started my wedding business. The biggest financial mistake I made and how you can avoid it. Trust me, this lesson saved me so much stress and money. So grab a notebook and let's dive right in. There are many pieces to the business finance puzzle, and they build upon each other. I leapfrogged over the first step and made my biggest mistake. I did not have a plan. I was so excited to start my wedding business and so sure I knew everything that I just dove right in without even thinking about the financial side. I didn't set a budget, I didn't have clear goals, and I honestly had no idea how much money I needed to get started, or more importantly, to keep the business running. This led to a lot of overspending. For example, I spent way too much money on decorations that I didn't need, and I ended up underpricing my services because I hadn't calculated my cost properly. Without a plan, I was just throwing money at random things. In all fairness, when I started my business, I was working full time and earning a really good salary. I justified my bad finance decisions by telling myself I was okay financially, so it didn't matter. There was nothing further from the truth. That was a hard lesson to learn, especially when I decided to go into business full time and had burned through my startup cash and there was no money coming in. Here's what I learned. When it comes to money, working for someone else and working for yourself are two different animals. Working for someone, you get your paycheck. Hopefully, you spend, save, and invest within your means. However, when you're building a business, you must work it in reverse in order to know what your paycheck needs to be. This is a fairly simple yet complex example. I love coffee. The owners of Starbucks first, I am sure, calculated all their expenses, including salaries, taxes, what profit they needed. And from that information, they learned how many cups of coffee they needed to sell at what set price in order to cover the costs, in order to pay the salaries, to pay taxes, and to make a profit. If they lower the price of the coffee, they have to sell more cups. Goodness forbid they raise the price, then they don't need to sell as many cups. Does that make sense? The same is true for a service business. You have to do the math first, then decide on prices. I'm certain they did not say, okay, let's just charge 90 cents a cup and see what happens. No, that doesn't work. Knowing knowing your expenses and all the other items I talked about, this is the roadmap to success. In order to make informed decisions about your business, you have to do the same thing. I implore you, take a couple of hours, and it doesn't even have to be in the same day. Take a couple of hours. Decide how much money you want to earn. That's important as well. Learn your costs for doing business. Know the taxes you need to pay and how much profit you want to make. Then decide on your prices. The truth of the matter is, this is what running a business is all about. The creative side, that's technical. You can work for someone else and be okay. But if you want to run a business, you have to know your numbers. Now, early on, some of the things that I experienced for not creating a financial plan. As I said before, I was spending way too much money on decorations. I was underpricing my services. I had a large tax bill. There was no money coming in, and I was emotionally drained. Now, I am not a dumb person. I was just making dumb decisions because I lacked confidence. Here is the thing. Not having a plan caused a snowball effect. I did not know how much I needed to charge, so I allowed the clients to decide. I knew full well that they did not have enough money for my services. So, again, lacking confidence, I spent all the money they paid me on their decorations. Plus, I went into my personal funds. I paid expenses out of my personal account. I could not and I did not pay quarterly taxes. I paid myself nothing. And then I would beat myself up afterwards for being so foolish. It was not until I read Profit First that things began to change. My exact light bulb moment is when I actually wrote down on paper and saw with my own two eyes that all of the income was going to decorations. Instinctively, I knew that, but until it was on paper looking back at me, then from that day until now, I have learned to push emotions aside, and do things appropriately with the financial side of the business. What I've learned is that having a business financial plan is critical. Even if it's just a simple one-page outline, start by listing your startup costs, monthly expenses, taxes, profit, and your income goals. You would be surprised at how much clarity this gives you and how much of a boost and confidence you will have. It's all about making intentional decisions instead of winging it. Winging it does not work. They say, and I say, necessity is the mother of invention. After being so frustrated with myself for so long, I began to study business finance. I took all the information I learned from various resources and simplified it into a tool I created for my own use. I call it the pricing formula, and I am sharing the pricing formula with you because it's a game changer for me. It's plug and play. Just put in your income goals, your expenses, and so on, and the tool does the calculations. You'll find a link below. But be cautious. It's not one and done. You are the accountant right now of your business. So you have to do what accountants do, which is look at your finances on a frequent basis and make business decisions based on your income, your cash flow, what comes into your business and what goes out of your business. Now, if your accountant isn't doing what they're supposed to do, you need to let your accountant go and get someone else, okay? So there you have it. The biggest financial mistake I made when starting my wedding business was not having a plan. And you are not going to catch me slipping ever again, because this lesson was tough. But you know what? It helped me grow. and build a stronger business. Keep in mind, having a financial plan is the first step in the financial arm of business. I will share more information in future videos based on my experience and the things that have helped me along the way. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and then subscribe to my channel for more tips on running a successful wedding business. I'd also love to hear from you. What financial challenges have you faced in your business? Let me know in the comments below. Before I go, I would like to leave you with this thought. Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we often might win by fearing to attempt. William Shakespeare. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.